Today I'm going to show you how to make these super awesome, beautiful flowers. First of all, you need to go to a dollar store, like a Dollar Tree, or a discount store, or a thrift store, or any place you can find cheap fake flowers. And mostly what I'm using is this bag, which was actually a gift, and it is full of the petals from those cheesy dollar store Hawaiian lays. And you're going to need some paint, and some kind of a spray mist paint will work best. My personal favorite is Tattered Angels Glimmer Mists. So I've got this is my Tattered Angels paint thing. I've got a bunch of Glimmer Mist and also some of their other formulas. The Baseboard paint, the Chalkboard paint, and then there's the glazes and Glimmer Glams that have glitter in it. These will all work great, any of these. Also, if you have a blank piece of paper, this is like a kid's finger painting paper. It's got kind of a slick surface. You can use anything, but if you put a piece of blank paper down, when you get through misting all your petals, you'll end up with a beautiful background paper. Now, once you get your petals all laid out, you are going to want to grab a mist paint. And I will try to remember to list the colors that I use down in the video description, because I don't really pay a lot of attention when I grab. This one is called Atlantic Glimmer Mist. Oh, it's clogged. Sometimes when your mists get clogged, you can take a little needle, like a little sewing needle, little hand sewing needle, and shove it in the hole, and sometimes it will clear it. Sometimes it won't, and when it won't, you know, then I have to take it to the sink and take it apart and rinse it out and clear it out and everything. But when this works, it makes me really happy because it saves me the effort. I just shove it down in that little hole where the spray comes out, and I put a little effort behind it, and yes, I have bent needles, and yes, I've broken some off in there. It's not a foolproof method, okay? But when it works, it's a thing of beauty. Okay. Oh, well, that cleared right up. See, it just has something right inside the spray that's clogged. Now, sometimes, you know, it gets clogged up into the tube, and that requires major surgery. But I always check that little hole in the nozzle first, because that sure is an easy fix. This is Tattered Angels Glimmer Glam paint. It's full of big glitters in it. This is Cupcake. Just kind of sprinkling this on here and there. Now, once you have what looks like, you know, a hot mess, you're probably good. You can let these dry, or you can hurry them along, which is what I usually do with my heat gun. Now, be real careful, because these are like polyester, and you can melt them. We're going to want to melt them on purpose here in a few minutes, but not just yet. Now, after your petals are dry and you've removed them from the paper, you end up with this really cool, fun, patterned background, right? 2 projects in one. Woohoo! Yeah! Okay, here's our flowers. They're pretty much dry. And you can see, you know, even though they all started out different colors and some of their colors show through, they still all kind of go together now, right? And depending on the color of spray you use, you get a different look. These are the ones that I just did, but this is a batch that I did a few days ago, and you can see that it's got totally different colors because I use different sprays. Next step is our little flowers are kind of crunchy and squinched up, and you do that with heat. You can do it with a candle, or you can do it with a heat gun, as long as your heat gun gets hot enough. I've tried it with my Milwaukee, and it worked so-so. But I use an industrial heat gun from Weller. Everyone makes fun of my heat gun. They call it an antique. It's not. Well, it is. Okay, it's 24 years old, but when you buy a new Weller, this model, they look exactly like this. They haven't changed. And anyway, this one gets like super, super duper hot. So you're going to need a source of heat. And you want to be real careful, especially with the candle, because these are, you know, polyester and they will burst into flames. And if you are concerned about any kind of fumes that the fabric might give off, then of course you'll want to wear a protective thing or do this outside. We'll move in. How's that? Is that good? Okay. And start heating. I'm just going to hold my flour down so that it doesn't blow away. And you can, you know, kind of control how much shrinkage you want. If you want just a little bit, heat just a little bit. If you want a lot, then just lay the heat on that sucker. You can get them really super wrinkly or just a little bit wrinkly. This was the same, started out as the same petal, same kind of petal. Now, once you get your petals all wrinkled up like you want them, then you just start stacking them into a flower. And you can use all the same ones, you know, to make a nice structured flower. I really like to just use different kinds of petals, different colors, different sizes, and just make it more kind of freeform and fun. A good sticky glue is best for this, like a tacky glue, or I have been using this Helmar fabric glue, which works really well. So I'm just going to start with the largest petals, like that. Just put a little glue in the middle and kind of offset the petals. And that is really all there is to it. See, super simple, super cheap. Use your favorite mist paints. Get cheap leis or flowers from a dollar store or discount store. Spray them up, glue them together, and then for the center, okay, here's what I've been using, and I'll have to look it up. I'm pretty sure I have a video on melting pony beads to make little plastic cabochon things. This is what I've been using for the center. And what I did was just lay a bunch of these out when I was spraying petals, and I sprayed them right along with them. So see, I've got some that are in the sort of tapestry colors, but they started out just like this, plastic melted pony beads. Glue one of those babies right in the middle. And call it done. You can make them as big and fluffy as you want by adding more petals, or keep them kind of low profile. Either way. Nice, huh? One more? So this video is part of our latest Inspiration Conspiracy video hop. If you don't know what that is, that's where I get together with 2 or 3 other host channels who you've probably seen before. There'll be some of your favorites. And we team up with 9 smaller channels who you probably have not heard of before. And we think they got it going on and just need a little extra exposure. So we get together and hop with them to introduce them to you. So all you have to do is look down in the video description below this video, and there will be a rotation list of everyone who is participating. Just click on the first link in that list to go to the next video. And after you watch each one, you just do the same thing. Look in their video description, click on the first link in their rotation list until you get back to the video that you started with. And that's how you know you've made it all the way through. There are your little gypsy roses, super easy to make, inexpensive, fun, and I think kind of impressive. They look, you know, they look kind of fussy, but they're really not. Okay, that is all I have. Don't forget to hop on over to the next video. For now, the end.